lying awake at night, and something inside whispers, there's more? Maybe life feels okay on the surface. Job, bills, responsibilities. But deep down, there's this nagging sense that you are meant for something different. Something bigger. You can't quite name it, but you feel it. And sometimes, that feeling isn't quiet. It's loud. Like a pull, a calling. But you're unsure where to go with it, or whether it's even real. If you've ever felt like that, The Alchemist is a book that speaks directly to you. The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho, isn't just a story. It's a powerful reminder that what you're searching for may be closer than you think. This book is for anyone who's stuck between where they are and where they want to be. Anyone who's asking, is it too late to follow my dreams? Or what if I fail? At its heart, this book is about listening to that inner voice, the one we so often ignore. It's about following your personal legend, the thing you were uniquely meant to do. And it's about trusting that when you take one step toward your dream, the universe takes the steps toward helping you. Let's get into it. The story follows Santiago, a young shepherd from Spain. He's ordinary in every way, tending to his flock and wandering from village to village. But Santiago keeps having the same strange dream, one that tells him to look for treasure near the Egyptian pyramids. It's bizarre, but he can't shake it. One day, he meets a mysterious king who tells him, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. This moment is the spark. And what Santiago does next is something most people only think about. He actually listens to the dream. He sells everything, leaves the known, walks straight into the unknown. As we follow Santiago, we don't just see a boy traveling across deserts and cities. We see ourselves, questioning, stumbling, doubting, but continuing anyway. Here's what makes The Alchemist so different from most motivational books. It doesn't tell you to hustle harder or chase success. It asks you to slow down, listen more deeply, and have the courage to believe in what you already know, but may be afraid to act on. There are so many lessons along Santiago's path, each one a quiet nudge to the listener. Early on, Santiago loses everything in a foreign country. He's cheated, broke, alone. Sound familiar? That moment when you finally take a risk and things don't go as planned. It's devastating. But it's here that Santiago learns something crucial. Every setback is part of the bigger picture. He doesn't quit. He finds work, learns a new skill, saves again. Life was testing him, and he passed. That's one of the big ideas in this book. The universe will test your commitment, not to punish you, but to see how badly you want it. That test might come as a failure, a rejection, or simply being misunderstood. But if you keep showing up, just like Santiago did, things begin to shift. Later, Santiago meets an Englishman obsessed with turning lead into gold. But Santiago realizes something the Englishman doesn't. Wisdom isn't just in books. It's also in watching the world, noticing the signs, trusting the little whispers. He learns to observe the wind, the people, the patterns. And he begins to see what most of us miss in the rush of daily life, that everything is connected and everything is teaching us something. One of the most moving parts of the book is when Santiago reaches the desert and meets the alchemist, a wise man who helps him go deeper. The alchemist tells him, listen to your heart. It knows all things. That line stays with you. Because how often do we not listen to our own hearts? Think about it. How many times have you said yes when everything in you wanted to say no? How many times have you waited for permission to live the life you want? The truth is, most people never go after what they really want. Not because they don't know, it's because they're afraid. Afraid of losing what they have. Afraid of being judged. Afraid it might not work. But Santiago teaches us something bold. It's okay to be scared. Just don't let fear stop you. You can walk with fear and still move forward. There's a real story that mirrors this message. A woman named Priya from Mumbai heard The Alchemist on audio during her daily train commute. She'd been stuck in a job she hated for years, dreaming of starting her own craft business. After listening to this story over a week, Something clicked. She gave herself a deadline. 6 months. She started creating handmade journals at night. Sold a few. Then a few more. Within a year, her online store was her full-time job. She often said the book didn't teach her something new. It reminded her of what she already knew, but had buried. That's the quiet power of this book. It doesn't shout. It whispers and waits for you to lean in. One of the most unforgettable quotes is this: "Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself." Let that sink in. Most of the pain we feel is in anticipation, not in the actual experience. The fear of failing hurts more than failing itself. The fear of leaving something behind is worse than the loss. But when you act, when you move, the fear dissolves. And all that's left is you, clear, bold, and alive. By the time Santiago reaches the pyramids, something astonishing happens. He discovers that the treasure he was looking for wasn't out there. It was back where he started. That's not a letdown. It's the entire point. The journey changed him. It opened his eyes. It stripped away doubt. And because of that, he could finally see the treasure that was always his. Here's what you should take from this. The dream isn't always about the destination. Sometimes it's about who you become while chasing it. If you've been hesitating, wondering whether it's too late, or whether your dream matters, The Alchemist is your nudge to begin. Not recklessly, but honestly, thoughtfully, one step at a time. Let's bring this home with a few powerful reminders from the book. You already know your personal legend. It's that thing you think about when no one else is watching. Don't ignore it. Every setback is part of the process. Trust it. Learn from it. When you move in the direction of your dream, the world shifts around you. Helpers appear. Lessons arrive. Not by accident, but because you finally said yes. The real treasure is within you, but you have to walk the path to see it. So what's your next step? Maybe it's writing down that idea you keep putting off. Making a phone call. Applying for something you've been scared to try. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. Because like Santiago, you don't need to have all the answers. You just need to trust that whisper inside. Stay with it. Listen closely. And act even when it feels uncertain. Because what's waiting for you might be far greater than anything you're afraid of leaving behind.